Chapter 1, 1696. Feng destroys Red Lotus. Translator, Atlas Studios. Editor, Atlas Studios. Come! Duke Long suddenly appeared above Dragon Palace. An immense suction force sent the Rank 8 immortal goo house slowly towards Duke Long's phantom aperture, even though it resisted him desperately. The other Rank 8 goo immortals saw this and went over, using their killer moves on Duke Long. Duke Long sighed as he vanished on the spot. Without restraint, Dragon Palace flew out of the sea into the sky once again. Eastern Sea's Rank 8s were about to chase it when Duke Long appeared in the sky again, obstructing their paths. Dragon roars resounded again. Duke Long moved like lightning, flickering around the Rank 8 goo immortals effortlessly. The intense battle created loud explosions, resembling an unceasing thunderstorm. Countless innocent life forms were implicated. Huge tsunamis were created on the sea surface. Without Feng Jin Huang burdening him, Duke Long displayed terrifying battle strength. Nobody present could match him equally. However, these Eastern Sea Rank 8 goo immortals all had deep foundations. They had their own trump cards. Even though they were losing to Duke Long, their lives were not endangered. They were wary of each other originally, but against Duke Long, they could cooperate seamlessly. At once, Eastern Sea's Righteous Path, Demonic Path, and even Lone Cultivators worked together to fight Duke Long. Duke Long felt increasing pressure. His outburst earlier suppressed everyone. It was because he had concealed himself earlier and managed to catch all of the Eastern Sea Rank 8s off guard with that one attack. But as the battle continued, Duke Long's methods were slowly discerned by the Eastern Sea goo immortals. They started to find counters or appropriate methods to deal with them. In this world, there were no invincible immortal goo or immortal killer moves. There were only invincible goo immortals. Any immortal killer move, no matter how complex, had a structure. It would have advantages and weaknesses. Duke Long was very powerful indeed. None of the Eastern Sea Rank 8s were his match. But this situation was special. Everyone was trying to get the immortal goo house. Nobody wanted to fight him to the death. As the immortal goo house flew continuously all over the battlefield, Duke Long could not set up a battlefield to trap it. Dragon claws moved like a tornado. Many Eastern Sea Rank 8s were forced back. Duke Long crashed into Dragon Palace as he grabbed it with his hand. At once, a pair of huge phantom dragon claws appeared and tightly grasped Dragon Palace. Dragon Palace shook intensely. It shattered the phantom dragon claws as it escaped. Duke Long sighed. The situation had already happened many times. It was not easy to take Dragon Palace. He had to fight off the competitors first before trying to subdue it. But Dragon Palace was a Rank 8 immortal goo house after all. It had great power and could not be taken easily. Duke Long's many attempts ended in failure. Duke Long is too strong. What do we do? When he fights seriously, we will have no chance to get close to Dragon Palace, not to mention obtain it. Duke Long is the only one attempting now. Thankfully, this immortal goo house is strong enough. We cannot let this go on. Dragon Palace's resistance is getting weaker. Duke Long will subdue it eventually. Eastern Sea's Rank 8 goo immortals all had injuries. They communicated with each other as they wanted others to use their trump cards against Duke Long. Getting to Rank 8, who would not have their own secret trump cards? These immortal killer moves were definitely very powerful or mysterious and profound, but nobody wanted to expose them. Nobody could say for sure if their killer moves would fail in such a complex battle environment. The stronger the killer move, the greater the backlash. Even Duke Long was not using his triple key retraction killer move. Not that he did not want to use it, but the risks were too great. He could likely cripple himself. When he fought against Purple Mountain True Monarch earlier, he had probed multiple times. Only until he was sure that the enemy did not have other methods did he unleash triple key retraction in the end. Right now in this situation, if Duke Long used triple key retraction and the enemy coincidentally countered it, what would happen? These Eastern Sea Rank 8s were numerous, and they all had deep foundations. Who knew what methods they truly possessed? Notched arrows were the most threatening. Goo immortals who concealed their killer moves were also very threatening. River of Time. Immortal killer move. Summer Fan. Feng Yuan was still in his immemorial year monkey form, his killer move activated successfully as he grabbed towards the space in front of him. A huge fan with a long handle appeared out of nowhere, held in his hands. Bing Sai Chuan, get aside! Feng Yuan twisted his waist as he gathered strength in his arms, waving the fan ferociously. Gush! Wild winds blew, sweeping ahead as the storm sent 3 autumn yellow crane platform and shark flow lever into a tornado, restraining them as they flew outside of the river's suppression Lotus ceiling formation. But at the crucial moment, Feng Zhuge and Xingye Wang flew out of their immortal goo houses, charging at Feng Yuan and Bing Sai Chuan. Even though they did not cultivate time path, the river suppression Lotus ceiling formation did not break apart. Time path was restricted in the formation as other paths were amplified. Heavenly Court sent rank 7 Gu Immortals, which were elites. They worked together during this period and were able to mostly repair the river suppression Lotus ceiling formation. Even though the hole was still present, it had become much smaller. 5 elements. Grand Master, quickly use your profound light, Feng Yuan shouted. 5 elements Grand Master's voice came from within Yuan Gatehouse. I cannot use it a second time in this short period. This formation has been modified by a lot. The previous profound light will be ineffective now. Immortal killer move. Song Warrior. Feng Zhuge's body shook as 4 Song Warriors emerged, encircling Feng Yuan. Xingye Wang's body was covered in starlight specks as he stabbed towards Bing Sai Chuan like a hedgehog. Bing Sai Chuan and Feng Yuan looked at each other before flying up and abandoning their enemies, targeting the river suppression Lotus ceiling formation instead. This was the wisest plan. As long as the river suppression Lotus ceiling formation was destroyed, Feng Zhuge and Xingye Wang would have to return to their immortal goo houses. Feng Zhuge and Xingye Wang quickly tried to stop them, while 5 Elements Grandmaster continued to control his immortal formation to trap the eternal yacht that Xingye was controlling. In the intense battle, river suppression Lotus ceiling formation shook more and more intensely. More cracks were appearing as it endured Feng Yuan's and Bing Sai Chuan's attacks. However, 3 autumn yellow crane platform and shark flow lever, which Feng Yuan blew away earlier, had re-entered the battlefield. Feng Yuan and Longevity Heaven were starting to be suppressed. Feng Yuan, you still refuse to trust me now? The situation was dire, Bing Sai Chuan shouted in anxiety. Feng Yuan's eyes shined with bright light. He snorted coldly as he approached Bing Sai Chuan. Bing Sai Chuan spread his arms as a ball-shaped light shield appeared around him and Feng Yuan. This was his defensive immortal killer move. Anything that hit the light shield, be it life forms or killer moves, would freeze in time. Break it! Feng Zhuge and Xingye Wang shouted together. 3 autumn yellow crane platform and shark flow lever erupted with powerful attacks, targeting Bing Sai Chuan's light shield. But any killer move that landed on it froze in time. At once, there was a myriad of colorful attacks surrounding the light shield. It was a dazzling sight. Bing Sai Chuan gritted his teeth. His body shook as he sustained the shield. Even though he had rank 8 peak battle strength, in this formation, time path was suppressed. At the same time, he was facing the attack of 2 rank 8 Gu Immortals and 2 Immortal Gu Houses. It was not easy. Feng Yuan obtained this prime opportunity. He dispelled Immemorial Year Monkey Transformation and activated Emperor Yama. At this point in the battle, he finally obtained a chance to change his battle tactic. Feng Zhuge and Xingye Wang had rich battle experiences. They did not give Feng Yuan any opportunity to change his transformation. He was often interrupted. After becoming Emperor Yama, Feng Yuan started to use his killer moves. His aura surged rapidly from weak to strong, and from strong to a terrifying level. Feng Zhuge and Xingye Wang had solemn expressions. They were very alert. At this point, Feng Yuan finally had the time to unleash his trump card. Immortal killer move. Luo Po Seal. Be careful, Bing Sai Chuan gritted his teeth as he dispelled his defensive killer move, moving forward. Without obstruction, the frozen attacks from earlier struck towards Feng Yuan and Bing Sai Chuan. Bing Sai Chuan stood in front and paved a way for Feng Yuan. Feng Yuan held onto Luo Po's seal as he waited in anticipation. He charged towards Xingye Wang while enduring the attacks. Xingye Wang quickly retreated, while Feng Zhuge went around, trying to attack Fang Yuan from the rear. Fang Yuan suddenly laughed coldly. He flew up and shot Luopo's seal towards the river's suppression Lotus ceiling formation. The huge formation stopped working. Several rank 7 Gu immortals inside died on the spot. Bing Sai Chuan suddenly felt the pressure lifting. Swoosh, swoosh. Large amounts of water from the river of time gushed into the formation. Immediately after, with cracking noises, river suppression Lotus ceiling formation disintegrated piece by piece. 5 elements. Grandmaster was deeply shocked. Fang Yuan's Luopo seal actually attacked the core of the formation and destroyed the core immortal Gu. How did he deduce it? Boom! Feng Zhuge's attack landed on Fang Yuan. Fang Yuan's attention was on destroying the formation. He could only endure Feng Zhuge's ferocious attack. Even in Emperor Yama form, Fang Yuan spat out 3 mouthfuls of blood. Large numbers of soul path Gu worms died, and multiple immortal Gu were injured. Without the formation's help, the battle environment changed rapidly. Fang Yuan and Bing Sai Chuan obtained the upper hand again. Both sides fought for a while. The river suppression Lotus ceiling formation had about 1/3 of its original size left. The remaining rank 7 Gu immortals were desperately holding on, but the formation was just a step away from destruction. They had no hope left. "Cover me," Fang Yuan said to Bing Sai Chuan. Bing Sai Chuan used the ball-shaped light shield, protecting Fang Yuan as he dispelled the Emperor Yama, turning into the immemorial year monkey again. "Cover me!" Feng Zhuge shouted the same thing. Xingye Wang and the 2 immortal Gu houses surrounded Feng Zhuge immediately. Immortal killer move. Assimilation wind song. Feng Zhuge took a huge risk and successfully summoned the #1 wind in the world. Bing Sai Chuan broke out in sweat as he shouted to Fang Yuan, "Oh no, my defensive killer move cannot block the winds of assimilation. Let's retreat." But out of their expectations, the winds of assimilation did not target the defensive shield. It attacked the stone Lotus Island. Under Fang Yuan's shocked gaze, the stone Lotus Island was devoured by the winds of assimilation. The fragments were assimilated into wind. The winds of assimilation became larger and larger. If anyone tried to get onto the island, they would have to face this world-destroying wind. "Feng Zhuge, you!" Bing Sai Chuan was furious and anxious. Fang Yuan's expression was ashen. "If we cannot get it, neither will you." Xingye Wang laughed wildly.